said we were supposed to get snow today, and we are getting snow. It started, I don't know, a couple of hours ago, I guess. Calling for 3 to 5 inches today, and then another 3 to 5 inches overnight. So, I'm glad I don't have to go anywhere. So if I want to soften butter quickly, I just bring it downstairs with me and sit it on top of our pellet stove, because this just gets warm. It doesn't get super hot, but it does help the butter soften quickly. I inadvertently purchased half sticks of butter the last time I bought butter, which is odd because I did not even know these existed. So that's actually kind of cool because I only need 2.5 sticks, so yay. Anyway, the fire is burning brightly. It is very nice and warm. It is snowy out there. Here's the view from down here in the studio. Hey there. I think this is actually the first time I've really said hello. I showed you the snow. It is coming down. It's very pretty though, and it's even prettier because I don't have to go out in it. Emma had to go out this morning. Bill just came back. He had to run out for an errand. I do not have to go out. Matter of fact, I didn't even walk out the driveway to come down here because Muffin's not down here with me right now. So I was able to just come down the steps inside. Our big excitement today was Tippy brought in another bird. This happened a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember if that was during Vlogmas or not. It was actually another junco. Those juncos must be slow or something. I don't know. But it was a bigger one this time, and I heard the noise before I saw what was going on, and then suddenly there's this whoosh right past my face. It was Bird, and it was funny because he flew up. He was okay. Like the other one that she brought in a couple weeks ago was sort of stunned and didn't know what to do. It was on the floor, and I was able to scoop him up. This one was flying just fine, and he perched up at the very apex of our roof where the beams are up there. And he perched up there until right after Emma came home, and she had just come up the basement steps, and I'm like, oh look, there's a bird, and suddenly the bird swooped down. And usually when that happens, we try to like encourage them towards the front door, and then we just hold the door open, and they'll often sense that, and then they'll head out. This one though, he went towards the French doors that go out to the porch room, so Bill kind of was scooching him that way, and I opened the door, and then he went out in the porch room, and it got a window open, and he had himself kind of trapped in a corner, so I scooped him up and I just held him out the window, and he took off. So I think he's fine. We do have some stray feathers fluttering about the house, but yeah, oh gosh, there's just never a dull moment with these cats, honestly. What are you going to do though? I mean, we feed the birds because they need the food, but it's almost like bait sometimes. Mainly just for Tippy though. She's the one who goes after them. So anyway, yeah, we had that today. I spent most of the day so far getting the shop listings ready for today's update. So that's all ready to go. I also had to put up yesterday's Vlogmas first thing this morning, so I did that. I did do a little bit of knitting this morning, which I think I probably would have already put that picture in. I worked on my socks. Haven't done any more hexies lately. It was funny, during the concert that we were watching last night, I had brought in my sock to work on, and I think I did maybe 2 rounds on it, and then I just sat it down because I was just enjoying the concert so much I just wanted to watch it. So yeah, there was that. I'm really hoping to wrap up a lot of loose ends the rest of this week so that starting Monday I can just be taking some time off, a much needed vacation break after this crazy year of, you know, just working so, not irregularly, but it was just an odd year, you know, with all of the show cancellations and things just not being normal. I don't know about other dyers, but I know I found myself just trying to punt and, you know, come up with new ways to do what I do and get it out to you guys. So I'm ready for break, and I'm ready to just spend a couple of weeks, I don't know, how should I put it? Just sort of going over this year and thinking about it and thinking what I want to do next year, and just enjoying some time off, like to do my own thing. So my goal is to wrap up stuff down here. I'm going to do a little bit of just odds and ends dyeing that I have to do today. I don't really think I have very much other dyeing to do the rest of the year. I mean, I will do some dyeing, but nothing hardcore. Like, I'm not working on special orders, or like I've got some dyed order stuff in the shop tonight. I'm not going to be doing any of that until after the 1st of January. I've just made, I made that known in the listings, that stuff won't ship until January, but I'm just not going to even work on it until then. So, yeah. I'm just standing here enjoying the heat from the fire right at the moment. But I think I'm going to get to work. I'm going to make myself some tea and do my work, and then go back upstairs, and I don't know what the rest of the day will hold, but we'll see. Talk to you later. It's snowing. You've got what, at least 3-4 inches? Is that what you'd say, Bill? Like, no, it looks like it. It looks to me. Yes, well, the top of the fence posts look like there's at least 3 inches.
Well, it's definitely coming down.
Yep. It's so pretty. Just plug the lights in. They always look so pretty underneath the snow. They just sort of make it glow. So yeah, I finished up what I wanted to do today, so I feel good about that. I'm actually feeling pretty good about where I'm at with everything I need to do as far as work before I take my end of the year vacation, which will start on Monday, which is also the winter solstice here on the east coast of the United States. I think it officially is at like 5:02 in the morning or something. But we will celebrate it on Monday, and that's always a special day. I really enjoy celebrating the solstice. Well, it is about 8:30 at night. Ended up getting very ambitious tonight, and I cooked a ton of stuff for dinner. I made Bill a pork chop on the grill, but then I made some spinach and cheese tortellini and spaghetti sauce, just mainly so he had something else to eat because he likes that. But then I also tried 2 new recipes. Sorry, I'm trying to turn some lights off here. I made 2 new recipes tonight. I made sweet potato latkes, which I'm not sure why I got it in my mind that I wanted to try that, but I think I saw somebody making latkes recently, probably on a Vlogmas, and I thought, I wonder if there's a recipe for sweet potato latkes, and lo and behold, there is. It was from thewimpyvegetarian.com. Easy sweet potato latkes. They were really good. I basically followed the recipe. I didn't use all of the really hot spicy spices that they put in it. I eliminated most of them and just used some cayenne pepper to give it a little bit of bite, but they were very tasty. And they were actually the best latkes I've ever made. I don't make them often, but I make them every once in a while, and they've never been as good as those, so I thought that recipe was a win. The other thing I made was some garlic. I can't remember what the official recipe's name was, but it was a minimalist baker recipe. I get their newsletter, and it was in there for like a garlicky Alfredo spaghetti squash, and I still have spaghetti squash from the garden, so I thought, ooh, I'll try that. Well, it's a vegan recipe because that's what all their recipes are, and it turns out that I didn't have a lot of the ingredients, so I ended up just sort of winging it, and I made my own Alfredo sauce and put a lot of garlic in it, and oh my gosh, it was so good. It's probably the best Alfredo I have ever made. I was really happy with it, and it was really good. It was very creamy with the spaghetti squash in it. I had drained the spaghetti squash really well so that it wasn't, you know, wouldn't make the sauce runny. It was so good. So we had that. And then after dinner, I ended up baking, not the cookies that I was going to make today, but I ended up baking cookies. These are breakfast cookies. The recipe is a Food Network recipe. Well, that's where I printed it off from. It's actually a recipe by Ellie Krieger. I don't know if she still has a show on the Food Network, but I remember she used to be on Saturday mornings. I loved watching her show. Her and the Barefoot Contessa. Those were the two I always looked forward to. That was like my Saturday morning indulgence back when my kids were probably in middle school. Yeah, and I've had this recipe for probably a dozen years. I've made it so many times. It's really good for like if you're going camping and you need some sort of hearty kind of breakfast food to take without taking a lot of, you know, extra ingredients. These travel really well. They've got oats in them. You can pretty much customize them, and I make them very different than the recipe calls for. I put pumpkin in them. Raisins, cranberries, like dried cranberries, raisins, pecans. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and you can just like sub stuff in and out. So I make them when we go camping a lot because they're easy and like easy to take on motorcycle trips. I made them tonight because my husband may be driving either to Lexington or Denver tomorrow, which is so crazy. Obviously, if he's going to Denver, he's not going there all in one day. I'm not even going to start to explain this to you right now because I don't even know if it's happening, but in case it is and he has to leave in the morning, he wanted cookies and I told him I would make him the breakfast cookies, so they're ready, and if he doesn't go, then I guess we just have breakfast cookies to eat. Oh my goodness. So I still have to go downstairs and clean up some stuff that I didn't get to finish down there before dinner. It's continued to snow. Bill's actually back outside plowing again. He said that last he had been out, there was like another 5 inches on top of what he had already plowed. So I guess we're getting a good snowstorm. Yeah. I don't know that I'm going to be doing anything else tonight other than putting some cookies away, cleaning up, and taking a shower. I'm tired. I probably am not going to get to edit this video for today until tomorrow morning, so I can let you know if he ended up having to go or not. I kind of hope he doesn't have to, just because of the weather and it's such a crazy drive. But on the other hand, the reason for it would be really good. So if he could do it, that would be good too. So I guess we'll just wait and see. Whatever's meant to be will be, right? So yeah. I'll tell you more if it actually happens. If it doesn't, then we'll just pretend I never said anything. All right. Hope you had a really good Wednesday. And by the way, the shop update went super well. Thank you so much if you shopped with me today. I'm overwhelmed, so I have my work cut out for me for the rest of the week, getting orders ready to go out and everything, and I'm going to ship them as soon as I can. I'll probably be shipping them in small batches just to try not to overwhelm my little post office up here, but they'll be headed your way, and unfortunately I can't guarantee how quickly they'll get there because the postal service is just so backed up right now. So it may take a couple of weeks, you know, you just don't know right now. I'm still waiting for things. I didn't get anything in the mail today that I was hoping might arrive. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna go. Have a good rest of your night, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.